Kathy Woods says today that multiple Bitcoin ETFs will get approved. Wow. Boom. Yes, that is enormous news for the entire crypto market. We're also going to talk about Ethereum and what PayPal did with them. And there is quite a lot of exciting Ripple news today. Ripple and XRP, all next on OG Crypto and NFTs. Welcome everyone. My name is Troy, and every day we go over the latest news in blockchain technology, cryptocurrencies, as well as in non-fungible tokens. And let me just say this much: as exciting as the cryptocurrency, the DLT, and blockchain technology is, the NFT market is exactly the opposite right now. It looks like it's just hit a winter in which it's frozen over. It's not cold, it's frozen over. But before we jump into all that, do me a favor, hit that like button. You're gonna get the best 5 to 10 minutes in crypto on a daily basis, or Monday through Friday, weekday basis. So let's jump right into it. Boom. Let's go. Give me one. Sorry. All right. So Kathy Woods says that the SEC will approve multiple Bitcoin ETFs at once. I think this is kind of crazy personally. You know, if they're going to go that far and try to get more than one, well, there's, I think right now, 9 or 12 that have actually applied. The biggest ones obviously are going to be BlackRock and Fidelity. Those two are the biggest ones, but then you have smaller ones that are only worth $1 billion or $2 billion companies. So if we can bring this in, that's a big plus. Now, I absolutely think that before it comes in, you're gonna have a big shakeout. Big shakeout. It only makes sense for these companies to actually utilize Bitcoin or Ethereum or XRP. If they were making ETFs of them, you got to shake it out first. You can't go in there and indecisively time the market, because you're not going to be able to time the market. The way you do it is you have and this is just, again, conspiracy theory time, boop, boop, just a warning, okay? Conspiracy theory. What I'm thinking is gonna happen is that we're gonna have Mt. Gox dump at the same time the US government's gonna dump, and possibly a third entity is going to dump all on the market at once, and we're gonna bring Bitcoin down way below 20,000, and then we're gonna see it get eaten up. The ETF gets approved, and at that point, you have all these major institutions, you know, coming in, and their people, I should say, their customers will all benefit from it to make them look good and to pump the numbers. Right now, it looks like, you know, you had this big teeter-totter of recession, no recession, bad recession, you know, mild recession. It's going back and forth. If we have a really bad recession or black swan event on the stock market, we're going to see BlackRock really get a black eye out of this. Fidelity's going to get a black eye. Vanguard's all going to get a black eye. These are all holding consumer, you know, retirement funds, you know, and we're going to see it. So the only way to get out of it is to, where the stock market goes down, now we have at least a decoupling of crypto from the stock market. It inverts and then it goes up. So then they can offset all the negative stock losses. Now they convert at least I think up to 5% into crypto. That will offset it. Then they can hit the ground running. Just my personal opinion, but I think it's actually going to happen. Here is a big news from Ripple Day. Ripple shakes up carbon markets with new partnership. So what Ripple has done is they've gotten together. This is blockchain technology firm Ripple has embarked on a transformative innovative initiative aimed to injecting transparency, trust, and integrate into carbon markets. Carbon markets is enormous right now. So they got together with a company called Centigrade, right? Has launched an open data platform to install trust in global voluntary carbon markets. So we're seeing this happen right now. Carbon, people have been talking about carbon neutral or carbon negative now for quite a long time. That's why Bitcoin's biggest hit has been, it's not been carbon neutral. It's got the worst carbon grades of any of the cryptos that are out there. There might be a couple others, but proof of work is all carbon I'll call it carbon negative. Not that it's negative carbon, it's just not good carbon. It's not going to be able to get that carbon footprint that people mostly want. And that's why I think we're going to see a little bit of stalling here by the SEC on the approval on it until there's a better timing on it. So, until we have that figured out, a lot of these guys that are all jumping up and down for Bitcoin are going to see that others just like Ripple or XRP, which has already finished, minting all their coins. So there's no more minting of it. So they're carbon negative at this point. All right, next issue here, next article here is PayPal to issue dollar peg crypto stablecoin based on Ethereum. I'm a little confused here. Why are they having their own coin, number one, their own stable coin, number two? Why'd you put it on Ethereum? What are the gas fees on Ethereum? Okay. Number three, what's the bridge currency from fiat or to other cryptocurrencies from your stable coin? It doesn't make any sense. And of course, we know that PayPal has been one of those companies that the US government said that transactions of $1,500 or more, which they've suspended at the moment, but I think they're going to bring it back to $700-800, I think lower, that has to be reported back to the IRS. So at that point, to me, this doesn't really make a lot of sense. I just don't see every single company out there trying to get their own stable coin. I already know that X or Twitter has said they're not going to come out with any coin for their platform. PayPal, next it's MoneyGram, next it's X, Y, and Z. Doesn't make any sense. And again, I don't know why they decided on this. It's going to be a big issue, I think, where people have too many choices, too many tokens, and not know how to convert them to what they really want. That's going to be the mess. All right. Wow. I think the biggest news over the weekend was Ripple joins ISDA, enters a 1.2 quadrillion derivatives market. ISDA is the International Swap and Derivatives Association. It's about 1,000 members. Ripple just joined it. Now, most of the members are, and it's crazy to say, are central banks across the world, including Russia. You have Ireland, you have UK, you have United States. Their central bank is part of it. You have BlackRock, you have Vanguard, you have Fidelity. They're all part of this derivatives and swaps market. If they can tokenize it and or they can transfer money at the speed of light, or let's say in 3 seconds, and settle in 3 seconds with 100% surety, guys, this is a market in which can explode. It is another step, another inroad that Ripple continues to make on all the different financial instruments out there. It's crazy in my eyes to see. But yes, now you're going to ask me, hey, is there any other cryptocurrency that are with us? Yes, Algorand is another member of it, but that's it. There's no more. I mean, if you go back 2 or 3 years ago, you saw Sam Bankman-Fried, pound his chest, say, hey, I got in. And it was like crazy how many people, on his tweets about the ISDA that they were impressed. Obviously, his company's not on there anymore. But, with that being said, this is huge news going on. All right, and this news is just something that we've been seeing now for a while. Animal pictures don't sell, and NFTs are going through a slump. And there's so many reasons why. I think, the majority are going through Ethereum. Ethereum gas fees are high. Ordinals, the whole Bitcoin, system is just a mess. I mean, it's just a mess. I mean, it's lower fees. I get it, but it's just that when there's too much transactions, it clogs the entire system up, and it takes hours for transactions to be confirmed. It doesn't make sense. Now, are there other platforms that do? Well, Solana keeps going up and down. I would not even touch Solana. But Cardano is a solid one. Hedera is a solid one also. And XRP Ledger, it's solid as well. You're getting transactions done in literally seconds, and it's confirming right away. And there's no upcharge on a gas fee like Ethereum is. But I think those are the things. I think the NFT space is growing on smaller chains, or chains that you wouldn't necessarily think that are NFT chains. But the bigger chains that were there first, such as Ethereum and Solana, and then just later with the popularity of ordinals on Bitcoin, they have really hurt this space, at least on the art side or the animal pick side or whatever you want to call it. So mostly the news that we're actually going over is with more real utility or ownership, which would be from different companies, the clothing companies or jewelry companies or accessory companies or car companies. Those make more sense that they're giving you some type of utility or they're giving you some type of ownership in it. So if I buy a pair of Jordans out there, and it has a chip inside the rubber sole of the shoe deep in there, well, the NFT on there has that serial number, and that just shows ownership of that particular shoe. Versus any of the other Jordans that are out there or any other Jordans, even if they're the same model. So those are making sense to me, but that adoption hasn't really happened yet. That's why we're seeing this NFT market really get hit. And the younger generations out there calling it a scam, and this is exactly what they're pointing to. Well, guys, thank you very much for joining me today. I know there's a lot going on out in the crypto world on a daily basis, but it's exciting to wake up every day and to hear all the news from Kathy Wood saying, hey, if Bitcoin gets these ETFs, boom. I mean, you're talking about the entire crypto market exploding. We're going from which the market cap right now is about 1.2 trillion. We'll go to 5-6 trillion in 12 months after that news comes out. Within 12 months, I think, we're going to see it 5-6 trillion. It's because now we're allowing institutions now to buy it, hold it for their clients. Man, that's crazy. So, well, thank you guys again very much. You have a fantastic day, and I will see you tomorrow.